Well, folks, it is the day after Election Day, and we still have no answer. We're more confused today, actually, than we were yesterday. We're still waiting on some very vital Midwest swing states to come in, along with non-Midwest states of Arizona, which has, in some media outlets, they've called it, others have not. Officially, it's not been called. Nevada, Georgia, neck and neck for Trump and Biden in those states. Trump actually has a 1 million vote lead as of me sitting here right now in Georgia. Biden has leads in Nevada and Arizona. And then we go up to the Midwest, which isn't actually, by the way, the Midwest of the country. I don't know why we call that area the Midwest. That's kind of like the mid-north. Anyway, Biden has leads in Michigan and Wisconsin. Trump has a lead in Pennsylvania. Anybody's guess. Biden is starting to close the gap in Pennsylvania as more of the absentee ballots are counted. And if Biden maintains his lead percentage with the absentee ballots, it would give him enough to push him over the edge. And obviously at that point, that's a clear electoral victory for him. Both candidates have clear paths towards hitting that 270 electoral college vote. So because of that, it is hard to say which way this thing could break. We don't know. And I remember the last time going through an election like this in 2000. I was a senior in high school down here in Florida. So we were, the epicenter of the stupidity. And at least this time we're not seeing as much stupidity. We did see Trump stupidly in an effort to energize his base and convince them that everything that happens from here on out is fraud. He declared victory Tuesday evening. Actually, it was early Wednesday morning. And even Ben Shapiro came out and said, this is stupid and dangerous when Trump declared victory. So even people like Ben Shapiro, who is a hard right, hasn't always been the biggest fan of Trump, though. But even he's willing to say, this is dangerous. You can't do this. Good on you, Ben. That's the first thing you've ever said that I actually agree with. So things are going to still be counted. Later today, we're going to know a little bit more about Wisconsin. That's going to be great. Biden has to pull out some victories here, though, because any state he loses is going to shrink, obviously, his path to victory. But if he loses Wisconsin, he may not have a path. He can lose Pennsylvania. He can lose North Carolina. And he can lose Georgia and still pull out a victory. And he's likely going to lose all of those states, by the way. So, has to carry Wisconsin. He's going to carry, it looks like, Nevada and Arizona. So a win in Wisconsin may just be enough, especially if it's combined with a win in Michigan, for him to pull this thing off. One of those wait and see moments. There's nothing we can do at this point. Nothing we can do. Other election-related news, obviously, Mitch McConnell still keeping his role as Senate Majority Leader. Lindsey Graham, unfortunately, beating Jamie Harrison by double digits, I think it was. That was not a pretty race. $200 million roughly spent between those two races for Democrats to lose. That's a big waste of money. Florida. I got embarrassed with my prediction for Florida. Really, really bad. Huge margin of victory for Trump. Go check out sister channel, youtube.com/Ring of Fire, The Ring of Fire. I have done a whole video that's going to be up later today talking about how wrong I was about Florida and what Democrats should do moving forward with Florida. Progressive ballot initiatives. That's the good news, right? Florida, $15 minimum wage. Across the country, decriminalization of drugs, not just marijuana either. Like, people are taking it steps further. That's great. Florida's going to have open primaries now. That could shake things up in the primary battles. That's a good thing. So Americans are more progressive, at least on the issues. But when it comes to voting for the candidates, not so much. But maybe the problem with that is that we're not giving them enough progressive candidates to vote for. I think that's something that we all need to reconsider as we go ahead and gear up for whatever election's coming next.